How you doing, YouTube? Matt Massa Beer Reviews back with new brewery time. A couple beers from my boy Steven from this brewery, and that would be Buttonwood Brewery. Yeah, it's their truth to form, not true to form. This is India Pale Ale, 6.4%. No story time, right? Yeah, they are from Cranston, Rhode Island. Done and done. Let's crank in this sucker. Yeah, Buttonwoods. I don't know if I've ever heard of these guys. I might have seen them on social media, but we'll see what's what. But a little preconceived notion before we dive into this, and I know we usually don't like to do that. If Steven is sending it, chances are it does not suck. Label-wise, it's cool. You know, a little bit of kind of psychedelic background with a little bit of kind of, I don't know. I think of that website. When I look at that, like the box with the lettering in it and how the font is done, I think of it, what's the website? Wix. You know, the commercial from Wix. I think of that kind of stuff. Like, I don't know. It's fine. I like it. It's fun. Anyway, yeah, super dense. Like, almost to the point where it's like turkey gravy level haze. Index finger. A little kind of soapy, kind of lacy edge, but it's got this nice, creamy, kind of dense top to it. Little Serta sleeper mattress level comfort. But yeah, she looks big. She looks hazy. Let's get a nose. I like this. This smells like really good hazy because it comes off as a sweetened grapefruit. I was going to go blood orange there, but it's more like grapefruit for me. But sweetened. Like, man, I haven't talked about this in a while. So in the 80s, when I grew up, because I'm old AF, it's, one of the seminal breakfasts for my childhood growing up was half a slice of grapefruit. You sprinkle a little sugar on it. You cut the little wedges out with the knife, and then you eat the scoop of the grapefruit with the sugar on it. That's how this smells. That's what I mean. It's like a sweetened grapefruit. It immediately takes me back to that childhood breakfast. And now I'll have a hard time even getting past it. There is a green bittering portion of the show there. Nothing too crazy, but it's more like a grassy green than like a weedy green. Just a sweetness. There's a nice soft maltiness to it. Nothing too crazy. It's more oat-like than anything else, but it really is that kind of grapefruit. It really kind of steals the show for me. Now they got that 80s breakfast in my brain. That's all I smell. Let's just dive in. Cheers. Okay. It's nice. Take everything I said in the nose, cut it in half. So it does have that grapefruit thing, still leading the way. I thought it was going to be like, on a scale from 1 to 10, it was going to be like 7.5. But it's more like, 4. Give or take, as far as impact, level of impact. Mouth feels nice. I thought it was going to be super water nerdy softness. It's soft, it's creamy. It's just not as soft as I thought it was going to be. That green grassiness from the hops, a little bit of green. It's probably the thing that has stayed as close to the original part of it, because it wasn't huge in the nose, and it's probably appropriately at the same level, but so it doesn't drop off as much as the other ones. But it's not as big. It just seems a little bit bigger because all those other ones have dropped off a little bit. It's nice. It's tasty. It's drinkable. I can drink this all day. 6.4%. I get this beer, and by that I mean I can purchase this beer, a really close facsimile of this beer, from a few sources here and there at sub 5%. Out comes a soapbox. I get on top of it and say, I just want this to be for 6. Because I've had this beer. I've had this beer from Harpoon, Rec League. I've had it as Baby Genius from Bissell. I've had it from a bunch of breweries that have done like sub 5% hazies. Different, not the same beer, but the same kind of impact and the same kind of showiness. Doesn't negate the tastiness of a beer. I love it. I think it's absolutely fantastically drinkable. It's just that extra 2% there. Something to consider, at least for me. When you're talking about a person who really hangs their hat on the ABV actually mattering, when it comes to these hazies, a lot of them skew or they hit way below their weight class. 6.4, not that big of an ABV, but when I can get this at 4.5, if I want to drink a couple beers, just an extra beer or two here without feeling as bloated or guilty or whatever you want to call it. And, but it's tasty. Let's put it this way. Strip all that away, push my soapbox to the side. First time having a beer from a brewery. Lowerish ABV hazy. I'm kind of excited for the rest of them. Let's put it that way. Nothing negative to speak of. I dig it being bitter. It finishes a bit dry. I didn't mention that yet. I appreciate that also. And I like the impact of the way the bits and pieces of the beer come off. I just, not knowing the ABV, I would definitely be like, I hope this is 5 or below. Let's put it that way. So yeah, tasty stuff. Grapefruit all the way. It's all the grapefruit arbol on us. So let's talk about it. It's one of the better lowerish ABV IPAs that I've had as of late. It's still worthy of being in the conversation. That's going to be towards the top because, like I said, I can get those kind of notes, this kind of impact that something with a little bit lower ABV. Value and availability, no idea. Steven or anybody out there in RI or the area, let me know what's what and leave you with if you like what we like this beer. If you like grapefruit. If you like grapefruit forward hazies, this is definitely going to do you all kinds of proper because it showcases that really well in a really nice drinkable package. And let's put it this way, if you're that kind of person that likes their beers, their higher ABV beers, to drink smaller, you're going to love this beer because you're going to get a decent impact at a semi-decent ABV. It's almost like to flip the script on that to where you're getting that 4 to 5% kind of impact, but at 6.4%. Some people could dig that. I know a lot of people like that. Probably more people dig when the big beers drink smaller. So that's just me. Leave it at that and say, yeah, if you like grapefruit, you'll like this beer. So there you go. Another review in the books. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Down there, if you want to talk about it, Massive Beers. If you want to check me out doing the social media stuff, Beer Massive. Want to check me out doing the whole podcasting thing, and hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. Hopefully you're enjoying a little bit of a, 6.4% Buttonwood. Am I screwing that up? Buttonwoods. Woods with an S. Haze right now. Hopefully see you next time. Cheers.